See a heartbreak. Well, we did Merle Haggard from the Truckers Jukebox #2 album. Let's pick up a little bit of Patsy Cline.
Oh, and definitely one of her signature songs.
Well, Walking Away. That's all you need to hear.
Yeah, that's right.
Crazy.
Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
There you go, a little Patsy Cline that actually inspired Reba McEntire and Ann Ross.
I tell you what, great female vocalist. I love just about everything she's ever done. Well, you know what?
Unfortunately,
It's time for us to get down the road, folks.
hit 'em out, roll 'em up, rawhide,
There it is. Hey, thanks for being with us.
and another week.
You betcha we'll be back. Same place, same time.
Oh yeah, and always remember to finish your salad because you never know, 1,000 islands died to make that dressing.
I'm done. I've got nothing. Whatever. See you, folks.
Faces in my sight. Aim with a hand, shoot with a mind, kill with a heart like like Arctic ice. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior, this is my song. I am a warrior and this is my song. I'm basking the glow of the rising war. Lay waste to the ground of an enemy shore. Wade through the blood spilled on the floor. And if another one stands, I'll kill some more. Bullet in the breach and a fire in me. Like a cigarette thrown to gasoline. If death don't bring you fear, I swear you'll fear these marching feet. Come to the nightmare, come to me. Deep down in the dark where the devil be. In the mall where the jaws and the razor teeth. Where the brimstone burns and the angel weeps. Crawl to the gods of across your path. And my silhouette hangs like a body bag. Hope is a moment now long past. The shadow of death is the one I cast. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard. We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy bastards by the bushel.
Now I live lean and I mean to inflict the grief. And the least of me is still out of your reach. The killing machine's gonna do the deed until the river runs dry and my last breath leaves. Chin in the air with a head held high. I'll stand in the path of the enemy line. Feel no fear, know my pride. For God and country I'll enjoy life. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
All right, now you sons of bitches. You know how I feel.
Good evening. This is Warrior Empowerment Hour with Mr. Too Easy. Yes, we're out here once again. So, you know how we come in. That's Warrior Song. And a few announcements. So we have, let's see here, Cumberland Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center. Strengthen, stretch, and release with free yoga. So free yoga Wednesday. And lots of other fun on the schedule this evening. So you have Kempo from 5 to 6:15, Beginners Taekwondo from 5:30 to 6:30, Advanced Taekwondo 6:45 to 7:45, free Vinyasa Flow Yoga 6:45 to 7:45. Always family, always you for fun. So every Wednesday until August 31st is free yoga at the Cumberland Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center. And that's from 6:45 to 7:45, and they're located right in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. So definitely hit them up there on Facebook. So definitely hit them up if you have any questions. We also have Chambersburg Phoenix semi-pro football team. Their next game is August 17th. It's an away game in Baltimore. They're playing Arbutus. Their next game is August 24th, which is a home game, but that would be played at Greencastle High School. So their home game on August the 24th is at Greencastle High School, right here in Greencastle. So and it's be at 7 p.m. Okay. Scotland Broncos, they're still looking for football players. They still have open enrollment. If you have any questions, call 717-860-9126, or you can email them at scotlandbroncosyouth@gmail.com, or you can go to their webpage, which is scotlandbroncosyouth.com, or you can hit them up on Facebook. And it's a little league team, and they're looking for, let's see, let me pull it back up. Let's see, come out and join Scotland Broncos football for the season, for 2019 season. It's going to be an exciting season. Please message us on here about details Football players 10 and 11 are needed. 10 through 11 are needed. So definitely hit them up. They have a cheer squad. They have football players all ages. So definitely hit up the Scotland Broncos. So it's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ages 5 to 14 in 8th grade. So, okay, great. So, hey, hit them up also. So, of course, the quote of the day. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. So that is a good quote. And on that note, I'm going to read something I've learned on DPT. So this is called distress tolerance. Okay, so you got radical acceptance. So it says, when you cannot keep painful events and emotions from coming your way, what is radical acceptance? Radical means all the way, complete and total. It is accepting in your mind, your heart, and your body. It's when you stop fighting reality, stop throwing tantrums because reality is not the way that you want it, and let go of bitterness. Wow. What has to be accepted? Reality as it is. The facts about the past and the present are the facts, even if you don't like them. There are limitations on future for everyone, but only realistic limitations need to be accepted. That's pretty powerful. Only realistic limitations. Everything has a cause, including events and situations that cause you pain and suffering. Life can be worth living even with painful events in it. That's true. Why accept reality? Rejecting reality does not change reality. Changing reality requires first accepting reality. Pain cannot be avoided. It is nature's way of signaling that something is wrong. Rejecting reality turns pain into suffering. Refusing to accept reality can keep you stuck in unhappiness, bitterness, anger, sadness, shame, and other painful emotions. Acceptance may lead to sadness, but deep calmness usually follows. The path out of hell is through misery. By refusing to accept the misery that is part of climbing out of hell, you fall back into hell. That is very, very powerful. So with that note, I will pause and let's do a song. Let's see. Let's do Trace Atkins, Still a Soldier. Trace Atkins, Still a Soldier.
Night to a pretty wife with a baby due. He'll sleep in on Saturday, cut the grass if it don't rain. After church, he'll watch the game and have a beer or two. He'll stand up when he hears the anthem, and that won't ever change. He's still a soldier, his blood runs red, white, and blue. He put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. To his last breath, he'll always be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's on his couch for the news at 10. He'll see those places that he's been, and when a brother falls, there's a part of him that does too. And if they call and needed him back, oh, he'd be on that plane. He's still a soldier. His blood runs red, white, and blue. He put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. To his last breath, he'll always be a soldier. He don't wake up anymore when he hears thunder. still a soldier. He's put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. Till his last breath, he'll always be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's still a soldier.
So that is Trace Atkins, Still a Soldier. So of course this is Warrior Empowerment Hour, Mr. Too Easy. So, we're talking about distress tolerance. So and with that, comes radical acceptance. So there's a little let's see, it's a message that the title is called "The Law of the Garbage Truck" by David J. Pole. I'm gonna read this to you, and this just affects everyday life, whether you're a veteran or not. But just listen to this. How often do you let other people nonsense change your mood? Do you let a bad driver, rude waiter, curt boss, or an insensitive employee ruin your day? Unless you're the Terminator, you're probably set back on your heels. However, the mark of your success is how quickly you can refocus on what's important in your life. 16 years ago, I learned this lesson, and I learned it in the back of a New York City taxi cab. Here's what happened. I hopped in a taxi cab and we took off on Grand Central Station. We were driving in the right-hand lane when suddenly a black car jumped out of the parking space right in front of us. My taxi driver slammed on brakes. The car skidded, the tires squealed, and at very last moment, our car stopped just inches from the other cars back in. I couldn't believe it, but then I couldn't believe what happened next. The driver of the other car, the guy who almost caused a big accident, whipped his hand around and he started yelling bad words at us. How do I know? Ask any New Yorker. Some words in New York come with a special face, and even threw up the one finger salute. I couldn't believe it, but here's what really happened, blew me away. My taxi driver just smiled and waved at the guy, and I mean he was really friendly. So I said, why did you just do that? This guy could have killed us. And this is when my taxi driver told me what I now call the law of the garbage truck. He said, many people are like garbage trucks. They run around full of garbage, full of frustration, full of anger, and full of disappointment. As their garbage piles up, they look for a place to dump it. And if you let them, they'll dump it on you. So when someone wants to dump on you, don't take it personally. Just smile, wave, wish them well, and move on. Believe me, you'll be happier. So I started thinking, how often do I let garbage truck run me over every day? And how often do I take their garbage and spread it on other people at work, at home, or on the street? It was then I said, I don't want their garbage. I am not going to spread it anymore. I began to see garbage trucks. Like the movie The Sixth Sense, the little boy said, I see dead people. When now I see garbage trucks. I see the load they carry. I see them coming to dump it. And like the taxi driver, I don't take it personally. I just smile, wave, and wish them well and move on. One of my favorite football players of all times was Walter Payton. Every day on the football field, after being tackled, he would jump up as quickly as he was hit on the ground. He never dwelled on a hit. Payton was ready to make the next play his best. Over the years, the best players from around the world in every sport have played this way. Muhammad Ali, Nadia Kamashi, Chris Evert, Michael Jordan, Jackie Robinson, and Pele are just some of the other players. And the most inspiring leader have lived this way: Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, and Martin Luther King. Let's see. C. Royal Bidmister, a psychologist researcher of Florida State University, found in his extensive research that you remember bad things more often than good things in your life. You store the bad memories more easily, and you recall them more frequently. So the odds are against you when the garbage truck comes your way. But when you follow the law of the garbage truck, you take back control of your life. You make room for good by letting go the bad. The best leaders know that they have to be ready for their next meeting. The best salesperson know they have to be ready for the next client. And the best parents know they have to be ready to greet their children with hugs and kisses, no matter how many garbage trucks they might have faced that day. All of us know we have to be fully present and at our best for the people that we care about. The bottom line is that successful people do not let garbage truck take over their lives. What about you? What happened in your life starting today? If you let more garbage trucks pass by, here's my bet: you'll be happier. You have a choice to make it today, and you can have a garbage-free day. So that is the message called The Law of the Garbage Truck by David Pole. So I'll take a small pause and read a message right quick. Jan Zale Wine and WRGG are teaming up to make you a winner. Once a month, we will be given a chance to win a wine tasting for two at Jen Zale's Wine, located at 251 Grant Street in Chambersburg. Of course, you must be 21 to win, but all of you have to do is listen the last Wednesday of the month. Wine Wednesday, to be the correct caller. It's really that simple. As this is from the friends of Jan Zale Wines and 93.7 WRGG. So, of course, the law of the garbage truck, guys and girls out there, just think about that throughout your day and see if that pertains to you and how you can push off the garbage that comes off the garbage truck so it won't be dumped on you. So that is pretty awesome. So with that, we'll take another song, and let's do Heart of the Champion by T. Powell. This is for all the Little League teams out there, and then for Chambersburg Phoenix semi-pro football team.
Never underestimate the heart of a champion, the heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. The grind don't stop, better slip you an ambient. We down but not out. As we said to reload, got our back against the wall. We still screaming, let's go. Inch by inch, we gon' fight our way out. Clear eyes, full heart, all faith and no doubt. What them critics talking about, they can't control what we achieve. All things are possible to the team that will believe. Real soldiers rise up, team keep your eyes up. Some saying that it's over, but never mind us. Just keep the grind up, we gon' fight our way back. Our desire burning strong and you can't stop that. So look us in our eyes and tell us what you see. Our passion burning strong, we want it bad like 23. Our sense of power shift, just enough to start a spark. They can measure our size, but never our heart. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, the heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Eye of the tiger, honey badger spirit. Yes, I'm a fighter, no quit attitude. Boy, I'm a grinder, hide and seek with victory. Yep, I'ma find ya. Don't look now, cause yes, I'm right behind ya. What them critics say, I don't know, cause they a liar. Started off cold, but now I am on fire. Glory to glory, yes, I'm going higher. Tears in my eyes, that means I want it bad. What's your motivation? I do it for my dad, got my team on my back, my family and my heart. Watch me paint a perfect picture, cause my work is my art. And I forgive them now when they don't believe in me. I put my heart in this, by faith is how I see. I sense a power shift, just enough to start a spark. They can measure our size, but never our heart. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, the heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, heart of a champion, heart of a champion.
Oh yeah, that was Heart of the Champion by T. Powell. So that goes out to the Chambersburg Phoenix semi-pro football team. Yes, because you guys have the heart of the champion. You know, they're rising from the ashes of the Cardinals into the Phoenix. So guys and girls, if you're out there, if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday, come out and support Chambersburg Phoenix. It's a wonderful semi-pro football team. These football players are good craftsmen in what they do. Nothing but teamwork out there in the field. And let me tell you something, it is a sight to see. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. So definitely support Chambersburg Phoenix. We also have Scotland Broncos out there. It's a little league team, and they're still looking for some more players. So come on out for Scotland Broncos also. So Scotland Broncos can be contacted at 717-860-9126 at scotlandbroncosyouth@gmail.com. And they also have a website, scotlandbroncosyouth.com. So Chambersburg Phoenix, their next away game is in Baltimore, playing Arbutus on August the 17th. The game is at 7 p.m. The next home game is August the 24th at 7 p.m., which will be at Greencastle High School. So Chambersburg Phoenix is playing at Greencastle High School. So Greencastle, Marion, Chambersburg, Fayetteville, all you cities in in Franklin County, even from Hagerstown, if you want to, come on out and support these teams. You know, hey, Chambersburg Phoenix, August the 24th will be a home game at Greencastle High School. So make sure you come out. It's at 7 p.m. Come out and support this wonderful semi-pro football team. Excuse me. So this is how you practice radical acceptance step by step, okay? So radical acceptance is not approval, it's not compassion, it's not love, it's not passivity or against change, okay? So just so you know. So observe that you are questioning or fighting reality. It shouldn't be this way. That's what you should be saying. It shouldn't be this way. Remind yourself of the unpleasant reality is just as it is and cannot be changed. This is what happens. This is what has happened. Okay? Remind yourself that there are causes for the reality. Acknowledge that some sort of history led up to this very moment. Consider how people's lives have been shaped by a series of factors. Notice that given these casual factors and how history led up to this moment, this reality has occurred just this way. This is how things happen. Practice accepting with the whole self, mind, body, and spirit. Be creative in finding ways to involve your whole self, using accepting self-talk, but also considering using relaxation, mindfulness of your breath, half smiling and willing hands will think while thinking about what feels unacceptable, going to a place that helps bring you to acceptance or imaginary. Practice opposite action. List all the behaviors you would if you did accept these facts. Then act as if you may already accepted the facts. Engage in behaviors that you would do if you really had accepted. Cope ahead with events that seem unacceptable. Imagine in your mind's eye believing that you don't want to accept. Rehearse in your mind what you would do if you accepted what seems unacceptable. Attend to your body's sensations as you think about what you need to accept. Allow disappointment, allow sadness, and or grief to arise within you. Acknowledge that life can be worth living even when there's pain. Do pros and cons if you find yourself resisting practicing acceptance. That's pretty powerful right there. Pretty powerful. So on that note, we will choose another song. Let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of songs right here. So let's try Zach Brown, Chicken Fry. Oh, wait a minute.
And the radio. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love. It's funny how it's the little things in life that mean the most, not where you live, what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, this I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love. Thank God for my life, for the stars and stripes, may freedom forever fly. Let it ring, salute the ones who died, the ones that give their lives so we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love. Get your little chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love.
Oh yeah, Zach Brown Band, Chicken Fry. So here's a few things to how to use your distress tolerance skills. It's called STOP. So of course the S stands for stop. Do not just react. Stop. Freeze. Don't move a muscle. Your emotions may try to make you act without thinking. Stay in control. T. Take a step back. Take a step back from the situation. Take a break. Let go. Take a deep breath. Do not let your feelings make you act impulsively. O, observe. Notice what's going on inside and outside of you. What is the situation? What are your thoughts and feelings? What are others saying and doing? P, proceed mindfully. Act with awareness. In deciding what to do, consider your thoughts and feelings, the situation, and other people's thoughts and feelings. Think about your goals. Ask wise mind which actions will make it better or worse. Man, that is pretty powerful. A lot of people think, when you use the stress tolerance and all these tools that we're not capable of doing it. But think about this, and this was told to me. When we get in these stressful situations, when I say we, when most combat veterans like myself get in stressful situations, we think at a split second because we've trained for the critical thinking. We have crisis survival skills. So when you come to the civilian world, you say, well, we got to be mindful, we got to do this, we got to do that. Me myself, I was like, there's no way I can do that. But I do it when I'm hypervigilant. I do it when I'm vigilant. And it's just like, wow. Until you break it down, it's like, I didn't know I was capable of doing this. So here's an example of using crisis survival skills. Let's see. You are in a crisis when the situation is highly stressful, short term, that is, it won't last a long time, creates intense pressure to resolve a crisis now. Use crisis survival skills when you have intense pain and cannot help it quickly. You want to act on your emotions, but not only make things worse. Emotion mind threatens and overwhelm you, and you need to stay skillful. You are overwhelmed, your demands must be met. Arousal is extreme, but problems cannot solve immediately. Do not use crisis survival skills for everyday problems, solving all your life problems, and making life worth living. That is true. That is so very true. You think about, you see someone that looks unsavory, and you're like, oh man, I got to do something. You split second to do it. But that definitely when you should use it, but not when you're like, oh well, you know what? She changed the channel and I'm pissed. I can't watch my movie. No, that's not when you use those skills. So distracting, it says wise mind accepts activities. Focus attention on tasks that needs to be done. Watch TV, clean the room in a house, find an event to do, play games, go walking, surf the internet, stuff like that. Let's see, contributing, find some volunteer work, help a friend or family member, surprise someone with something nice, give away things you don't need. Comparison. Compare how you feel now to the time when you felt different. Think about people coping the same as you and less well off than you. Compare yourself to those less fortunate. Watch reality shows about others' troubles. Read about disasters and other suffering. Emotions. Read emotional books or stories or letters. Watch emotional TV. Let's see. Ideas. Scary movies, joke books, comedies, funny records, religious music, soothing music. Okay? And then pushing away. Push the situation away by leaving it for a while. Leave the situation mentally. Build an imaginary wall between yourself and the situation. Block thoughts and images from your mind. Notice ruminating. Yell no. Okay, thoughts. Count to 10. Count colors in a painting. Count colors on a poster. Look out the window. Repeat the words of a song in your mind. Work puzzles. Watch TV or read. Sensations. Squeeze a rubber ball very hard. Listen to music very loud. Hold ice in your hand or in your mouth. Go in the rain or snow. Take a hot shower or cold shower. Self-soothing vision. Look at the stars at night. Look at a picture in a book. Buy a beautiful flower. Hearing. Listen to soothing, invigorating music. Pay attention to sounds of nature, waves, birds, rainfall, leaves rustling. Smell. Use let's see, smell your favorite soap, shampoo, aftershave, cologne, lotion. Burn incense. Open a pack of coffee and inhale the aroma. Let's see, taste. Eat some of your favorite foods. Drink your favorite soothing drinks. Hot chocolate, herbal tea, latte, or smoothie. Now, it doesn't say no alcoholic beverages, okay? Okay. Let's see, touch. Take a long hot bath, shower, pet your dog or cat, soak your feet, put on lotion, let's see, and cold compress on your forehead. Okay, so these are things you can do to help self-soothe and distract. So, on that, I'm going to play another song. But while I'm waiting to play another song, let me go back to this Chambersburg Phoenix semi-pro football team. Okay, they're rising from the ashes from the Cardinals into the Phoenix. Their next away game is August the 17th. They're playing Arbutus in Baltimore. Game is at 7. Their next home game will be here, right here in Greencastle. Okay, Greencastle High School is 7 on August the 24th. Come out and support. Their game will be at 7 p.m. Chambersburg Phoenix. Okay, so we also have Cumberland Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center. Every Wednesday until August the 31st, they'll be doing free yoga from 6:45 to 7:45 in Chambersburg. Okay, so look them up on Facebook. They also have a website. It's called Cumberland Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center. Free yoga, okay, for your family. Every Wednesday from 6:45 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. Offer ends until August 31st. Okay, so definitely come out, support. And then we got the Jan Zill Wines and WRGG are teaming up to make you a winner. Once a month, we'll be giving away a chance to win a wine tasting for 2 at Jan Zale Wines, located at 251 Grant Street, Chambersburg. Of course, you must be 21 to win, but in order to do this, listen every last Wednesday of the month. Wine Wednesdays, to be the correct caller, and that's all. It's just really that simple. And this is from the friends of Jan Zale Wines and 93.7 WRGG. And again, Scotland Broncos are looking for more players from ages 5 on up to, I believe, 14 or in the 8th grade. They can be contacted at 717-860-9126. Chambersburg Broncos is a little league football team, okay? So with that, let's see. We're going to play In My Zone by T. Powell for the football players out there.
You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, nah. Who gon' stop me cause I'm all up in my zone? Cause I'm all up in my zone. All up in my zone, nah. I'm in my zone, I'm made for this. I put in work, I pay for this. I'm in my zone like third and long. I'm coming for you like an A-gap bliss. I eat, sleep, and breathe this. My arteries, I bleed this. I want it bad, I'm all in like oxygen, I need this. This fire in my eyes means you don't want it bad as me. I got an appetite for victory and I ain't made about a week. So tell me who gon' feed this beast. Muscle up, it's time to feast. I got 100 million reasons why I ain't gon' take this beat. I'm about that action, boss, I'm still about that action. I'm so hungry for this victory. Please excuse me when I'm smashing. I'm alone in my zone. My eyes to the throne. A landslide victory. Close it out and bring it home. I'm a veteran in this game. Still chasing victory. This is Cutthroat Kitchen, boy. And I'm making history with this fire in my eyes and this passion in my bones. Who gon' stop me now because I'm all up in my zone, huh? Who gon' stop me now? I'm all up in my zone, huh? You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, huh? Who gon' stop me cause I'm all up in my zone? Cause I'm all up in my zone. All up in my zone, nah. You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, nah. Who gon' stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, nah. You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone. Cause I'm all up in my zone. All up in my zone, huh? I'm in my zone, I'm passionate. Beast mode attacking it. And you can't stop me now because I'm in my zone, I'm going in. I can't stop, I can't quit. I'm focused, I'm locked in. No game plan that you create can stop me. I'm going win. My victory inevitable, but we can go ahead, play it out. I transform into the Hulk. Watch me bring that monster out, I refuse to be denied. You can't stop me if you try. Tell victory I'm coming for her. She can run, but she can't hide. Man, my pain, my motivation. Assess the situation. It's been a painful year. Death or pain is what you facing. I'm super lightning fast, boy. I burn your squad like calories. I'm the thunderstorm rumbling. I touch down like 10 F3s. A tsunami when I'm grinding. In my zone is where you find me. This is hurricane season, and I got my squad behind me. With fire in my eyes and this passion in my bones. Who gon' stop me now because I'm all up in my zone, huh? Who gon' stop me now? I'm all up in my zone, huh? You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, huh? Who gon' stop me cause I'm all up in my zone? Cause I'm all up in my zone. All up in my zone, nah. You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, nah. Who gon' stop me cause I'm all up in my zone, nah. You can't stop me cause I'm all up in my zone. Cause I'm all up in my zone. All up in my zone, huh?
Oh yeah, so that's In My Zone by T. Powell. So that goes out to the Chambersburg Phoenix and to the Scotland Broncos and anyone else out there playing football or any sport, because you all up in your zone. So who gonna stop you? So definitely. So of course I done read about the stress tolerance, about skills to use. So how I use this in my everyday living. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Sometimes I can use it and sometimes I can't. Because I'm just being honest. Sometimes I can say, you know what, let me step back, let me think about, and then let me react. But my quickest reaction is to just react, and it doesn't always come out positive, but it comes out pretty good for me. But you just can't do this overnight. So when you have combat PTSD, when you have a TBI, when you have other elements related to combat stress, MST, bipolar, manic depressant, the isolation, the intrusive thoughts, suicidal thoughts, stuff like that. It is hard to go to these pages in this book and use the tool in your toolbox. I'm just being perfectly honest, because I'm living it. So, but it's good to to kind of practice it. So of course, I have the little colorful thing that has a little water in it that changes colors, and you put the little drops in to smell good, stuff like that. Every now and again, my wife would turn that on. So it's just little simple stuff like that. I have tried, raising the curtains every now and again, but I like to be in total darkness. That's just me. I'm not saying you need to be, but that's sometimes it's good to have some kind of sunlight. Some real sunlight, not artificial light. You can come into a room and stuff like that. But to each his own. But I'm just saying what works for me. But when you have a support group or people in your corner that's making sure that, hey, are you doing good today? How you doing? What else really? My group, they don't say how you doing, because they know kind of that aggravates me. So they'll do a roundabout way and just be like, oh, what's going on today? Okay, all right, cool. So what you got planned for today? Stuff like that. And it kind of encourage me to kind of plan out my day and think about what I'm actually planning for the day. So it works for me that way. Because I know for me, when someone says, oh, how you feeling? Even if it's 4 people says it, by the time my spouse says it, it feels like she didn't say it about 100 times, so I snap sometimes. Not really snap, but I just get aggravated, like, look, didn't you just ask me that like 20 minutes ago? So, over time, we learned, after, going through therapy at Martinsburg, West Virginia, and going through Wounded Warrior Project, Lone Survivor, through their organization, and helping us learn how to, what our love language is, also learn how to cope with combat PTSD, hypervigilant, isolation, stuff like that, and how to actually communicate effectively. Because anybody can communicate, but can you do it effectively? That's the key. So I've learned to communicate effectively, and that's the major thing. Communicate effectively. So of course it's different for every single body, but as long as you can communicate, it's wonderful, So as long as as long as I'm busy and I'm working on something, it's great. But as soon as it's downtime and my mind is just just thinking about every single thing, and it ruminates on all the stuff in the past. So I'm very vigilant on making sure that I stay occupied. So with that, I do a lot of things. I volunteer, doing a lot of things, helping out a bunch of battle buddies and some friends. I'm also playing football. I also been trying yoga, and it's actually been doing pretty well for me, especially with the mindfulness part. Yoga Nitra also helps me sleep. It's just a whole bunch of things that I've tried. I go to the YMCA almost every single day, working out. You know me, it's Mr. Too Easy. So it is just that easy. But you're gonna have life gonna hit, and when life hits, you just buckle down and say, you know what, I'm just gonna let it roll off my back, and I'm gonna keep rolling. So but there's a little phrase that my wife's mom used to always say. Even iron wears out. So, but when life hits, and you have someone in your corner, or you have anyone in your corner, you have a support team, and you can say, you know what, I'm not feeling well because of this. Help me out. Because asking for help is key. And I had to learn that years ago. So, it's not easy, but as long as you have the right formula and you have the patience, anything can be accomplished. So with that, I'm going to end with this one more time, okay? Chambersburg Phoenix. Next game is August 17th. They're playing the Baltimore Arbutus. It's an away game in Baltimore. Game is at 7. August 24th, it's a home game here in Greencastle at Greencastle High School at 7. Come on out, support this wonderful semi-pro football team. This team has great chemistry, great athletic abilities, great coaching staff. The coaching staff is from the Chambersburg Cardinals. These are wonderful guys that got the team back together, and they're starting off fresh. The rise of the Phoenix. So come on out and look at the rise of the Phoenix. Look at this Chambersburg Phoenix football team and enjoy it. Okay, you have the Scotland Broncos that's still looking for players from ages 5 to 14. You can be in 8th grade. You can contact 717-860-9126. Also, Chambersburg Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center in Chambersburg. I'm sorry. It's Cumberland Valley. I apologize. Janelle and Sam, I apologize. It's Cumberland Valley Martial Arts and Yoga Center. Strengthen, stretch, and release with free yoga every Wednesday from 6:45 to 7:45. Okay, that's every Wednesday from 6:45 to 7:45. Free yoga. Come on out there. Bring your family. Bring your friends. They have more than enough room. It's right there in Chambersburg, right off of Route 11, over there on the back side of the depot. So definitely come on out. So, as you guys know, I always end with my favorite phrase, and you guys know what it is. Be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong, and spiritually strong. Those 4 things, if you have that throughout your life will be a lot easier. I can truly say I have them, but do I use them all? Not all the time. I'm being real. But I know how to use them all. Okay, so as I always end with Wiz Khalifa, see you again, because I will see you guys again. Oh, yes.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold every memory as you go.
Come on now.
And every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day.
Long day.
Without you, my friend.
Come on now.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tell me.
We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
And that ends Warrior Empowerment Hour, Mr. Too Easy. So, you know, that song has so much meaning to me, you know, for my fallen brothers and sisters, but also even better with my current football team that I play with. You know, they're my brothers. And when I see you again on that football field, it's going to be great because we are one unit. 11 players becoming as one. So peace. So as I always say, be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong, and spiritually strong. Until I see you again, I'm out.